today's episode is literally going to be about Dragon Ball Super, which we're going to be exposing the fan service for the lack of story and lore. And today, on this particular podcast, this debate, I'm going to hold this debate with a good friend of mine's, and his name is Bloody Bison. Blood Red, he's a Tekken player, longtime fan, a fan of Dragon Ball Z, and he decided to join me in this conversation because we got to. Me personally, I want to air out some of these things that's going on in in terms of the Dragon Ball community and how people are accepting this garbage that's being written, and I can accept it to a degree, but at the same time, like there's a level where you got to say, okay, hold on, this is getting out of hand. We got to put a stop to this. And honestly speaking, guys, like I don't even know how to put it. Akira Toriyama and these guys are just they're just real talk. Like, okay, I know it's a small studio. I know they're trying to get Dragon Ball Z back into the mix, Red, but this is just unacceptable. It's been bad before, but now it's just getting worse now. So yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Chime in, please. Chime in before we open up the
well,
topic.
hello everyone. Blood Red here. Thank you, TriForce, for that illustrious greeting.
Hmm.
Thank you very much. So pretty much, I understand that you have your gripes with the story and the lore. I definitely, it's a provocative topic because it is definitely treads uncharted territory because most of the fandom, as you know,
Hmm.
they rather talk about who's more powerful and yada yada yada. It's not really much of a care on how and where the story is going.
Exactly.
Um, Me, in addition to that, I'd also like to have your thoughts on because see, I like development of the characters
Hmm.
and Frieza being my favorite characters, like you love Vegeta.
Hmm.
Just what are your thoughts on how they developed Vegeta as a character in Dragon Ball Super versus Dragon Ball Z? Like, do you feel that it's he's evolved better? Do you feel that they've kind of done a better job? So definitely, I wanna also touch on some things like that as well.
Well, when it comes to Vegeta, so evolution of the character is that's to a degree is kind of subjective because it depends. What do you mean by evolution? Like, has the character become better? Uh,
Yeah,
uh,
like how do you feel that the Toyotaro, which is the main director lead of Super, how do you feel that he has implemented Vegeta the character into the Dragon Ball Super universe versus as opposed to Dragon Ball Z,
all
like
right.
in terms of his power, his development?
Well, let's get power out of the way right now. I don't care about Vegeta's power. Vegeta's not the main character of Dragon Ball. Goku is. Goku's been there an entire saga before him, which was just called Dragon Ball. Vegeta was made to be a bad guy for Goku to kill eventually one of Goku's greatest adversaries that Goku would just kill and then end up that way. Somehow along the lines, Vegeta end up becoming not Goku's enemy, but Goku's rival, and it has been developed over the years. And I don't know if Akira Toriyama actually set that up on purpose or if that was a beautiful accident. Let me say it like this. But when you look at Vegeta as a character being developed in Dragon Ball as a whole, from Dragon Ball Z coming up to Super, Vegeta is hands down the most developed character in Dragon Ball. Period. This is hands down. Second to him would be Gohan. And then I don't even know if Goku is even third. I think Goku's like fourth or fifth. He's definitely top five, and the only reason why Goku's top five because there is an entire era of Dragon Ball where it's just about Goku, which is Dragon Ball. But like
Yeah,
in Dragon Ball, it kind of fleshes out characters like Yamcha and Tien and Krillin, Master
the supporting
Roshi, the
cast.
supporting cast. Exactly. In Dragon Ball, Goku actually, as a character, develops Dragon Ball, the Goku's like the focal point, and all of the Dragon Ball universe, the whole lore of Dragon Ball, is developed around Goku. So that's why Dragon Ball is considered like the better part of Dragon Ball, the universe, because they took one main character, and that one main character helped develop everyone around him, and to the point where Goku really, he's the man, but you just go, that's Goku. But you really had interests in other areas, and that's what made Goku so godlike. In Dragon Ball Z, that even became started to happen as Goku was pushing indirectly Gohan and Piccolo and Tien and all these other guys until when Goku came back. And what really made Goku a breakout character was his fight with Vegeta. That's what really made Goku a breakout character. Goku finally, for the first time ever, got a actual true rivalry outside of King Piccolo, right? But he got a
Yeah.
true rivalry because like Piccolo became Goku's friend, and Goku told Piccolo an invading alien came to their planet. Right, and Goku was like, "Yo, Piccolo, you got to do it." Special beam cannon, boom, Goku's dead. Made although Piccolo's a villain, he's like, we're enemies. But this guy sacrificed his life to protect our home world from some invading force, from a creature far stronger than even Piccolo himself. So he started to develop a certain mutual respect for that's yours. To develop a mutual respect for Goku, and now they became like rivals. But then, what even made it even different is that Goku entrusted his son with Piccolo. So literally, no matter how evil Piccolo is, there is no logical way, story-wise, from a lore point of view, to for Piccolo to hate Goku. Goku sacrificed his life in a fight, teamed up with Piccolo to save their place on planet from an invading force, then allowed Piccolo to raise his son. Then, when Nappa was bodying all of them, here comes Goku to save everyone, and Goku saves them. So right there, King Piccolo is like, nah, there's no way. And I knew this guy growing up, so I can't hate him. There's no way for me to hate Goku like that anymore. So now that rivalry was lost, and a new person stepped in to take up that slot, and that was Vegeta, someone far more powerful than Raditz, far more powerful than Nappa, and they went into a fight toe to toe, literally of epic proportions, the greatest Kamehameha in the existence of Dragon Ball till this day is the
Okay.
Gallic gun versus Kamehameha. No one can sit here and say any other version of Kamehameha is better. Impossible. Especially when
Well,
he,
there are others, but that could just be your personal favorite.
my man, I'm talking about the animation and drawing. You see,
Well,
the
the
thing,
animation back then was definitely on another level. I mean, I think we can all agree to that. But
they can draw better than that today, but it's not about the animation being drawn. Let me correct myself when I say this. Japanese anime is about expressing art. The way it was expressed. That's the whole point. If you look at every other Kamehameha throughout Dragon Ball history, there's a couple that are in there. I put Gohan at number two, versus Cell. Um, and there's a couple of others, but you have to. It's about the impending doom. Goku has done Kamehamehas, Gohan has done Kamehamehas, and so forth like that. But even Vegeta's final flash, his final flash is epic, but I don't even put it top three. And the reason why is because how it was expressed. Vegeta's final flash against Cell, there was no real impending doom. Trunks was like, "Father, you're gonna destroy that planet," but in reality, no, because like you can't even write that properly for him to destroy the planet. You really can't, because it's like, why would Vegeta destroy the planet on him? Vegeta's not suicidal. He's a maniac, but he's not suicidal. He's not gonna blow up the planet just to kill Cell. That's just not gonna happen. So you knew whatever Vegeta was gonna do was gonna be epic, but it you didn't get that feel of that impending doom. There's only two impending doom beam battles in the history of Dragon Ball, and that is Goku versus Vegeta and Cell versus Gohan. Because after that bloody fight, that real manly fight of Goku and Vegeta just mashing each other's face, and then Vegeta's like, he drew Saiyan blood, and he got upset. He was like, whatever he said, he just like, okay, he said, "You think you won, Kakarot?" I'm just paraphrasing. I can't necessarily remember the line. He's like, "Well, however powerful you are, well, dodge this, Kakarot, because it doesn't matter, because this entire planet's gonna go up as far." And he just blasts off, and Goku's like, "Okay, I just used up all my energy. My body is at my limit. There's nothing I can do. I can't dodge this beam. If I dodge the beam, the planet is going to die. What do I do?" And then he's like, "I have no choice," which is stupid about King Kai. "Goku, don't do this." What do you mean? Goku does not have a choice. If he doesn't do it, the planet ends and he dies anyway. So that was poorly written by Akira Toriyama to have King Kai said that. He should have said, "Goku, you have no choice. You'll have to go." He should have been supporting Goku, telling him not to. That's kind of stupid. Like, if you don't, then everyone's dead. So, like, what are you talking about, King Kai? But whatever. We'll let that slide. So Goku's like, "I have to do this. I don't have a choice." And he's doing the Ka me, and Vegeta's just ranting, spits coming out because that's how enraged he is and all that other stuff. And it's like, ah! And then you see Yajirobe's like, "Oh my god, I wish I ate my last pizza." And then Goku goes, ah! Goku's eyes were white. This looked like the power of Super Saiyan Blue in its final form. When he was pushing it and the beam hit, and when it's a and then they created that ball in the air, all the rocks started flying up off the place just being completely destroyed. And then Vegeta's like this, and he's fighting him back, and he's holding, and whatever. And then Goku's like, "This is not enough. If I don't do anything, then we're gonna die." And then King Kai's like, "Goku, no!" And he goes, "Kaioken time for." I'm like, come on, man. One leg on the ground, the kickstand, that shit was epic. The levels of light show in there gave people epileptic seizure, and they died happy. They died knowing that they at least saw that epic shit before they were killed, because of the epileptic seizure that Dragon Ball is giving you. The next time, and that was to just stop Vegeta from blowing up the planet. The only other time that ever happened again was Cell versus Gohan, because
Okay. So
no one there was on
so
their level. So go on, yeah, we'll touch on that.
yeah. So all right. So wow, that was like almost 8.5 minutes.
Sorry about that. We're gonna be here
So
for a while. You're gonna get this work. I'm telling
all
you.
right, all right. We'll see about that. I mean, you still have your issue with the way the story is progressing with Dragon Ball Super in relation to Kale and Caulifla.
Which
Um,
is why I'm starting at the beginning, because this is all gonna lead up to that. And then, see, the opening discussion is gonna be me and you talking Saiyan Saga, Namek Saga, Android Saga, Cell, Boo, and when we're done with that, then when we get to Super, it'll make my point, because you're gonna be like, "Oh,
I
yeah,
highly doubt that, and I think that's
okay."
just it. It's just a long roundabout way that's unnecessary.
Hmm,
I think the thing that people are more interested in
okay.
is are these things right here. There's a theory, and I actually think this is to be true
Hmm.
because Frieza is definitely the greatest villain in all of Dragon Ball franchise,
Yeah.
and he's the most developed villain. And with them bringing him back, and they brought Frieza back I think like twice. With now being the Resurrection F, and now actually yeah. So
3 times.
I yeah, 3 times. I was thinking about the third, and
Hmm.
I think right now, I think Frieza has gone as far as he can go as being Goku's antagonist. I think right now they hinted that Frieza wants to get absolute power. Now, I don't think that he's going to become like the new Omni King,
Hmm.
but there are people who suggest that he may become the new God of Destruction. And I think that's a very interesting thought because imagine the amount of power that Frieza the type of power boost that he will get from one becoming God of Destruction. And with his mindset, even Whis feels that he would actually become a better God of Destruction than Beerus, because he'd probably take his job more seriously or whatever. Then the other one that people are finding interesting to talk about is the Grand Priest,
Hmm.
the little guy that's Whis' father,
Yeah.
that they feel that the angels have some kind of ulterior motive with this tournament of power. and I believe they do. And we've seen hints of that with I think his name is Mojito. Once Universe 9 got destroyed and everybody got wiped out, and he was just left there with a smile on his face. And these angels, they're not tied to the universe. So if the universe, if a universe dies, that angel is just, it's like kind of out of a job. That's really all it is. So I think that the angels have some sort of hidden motive, and I believe that this is all going to tie in with the Tournament of Power, because there's some people out there that may feel that the last people, if you watch the ending credits, because the ending credits reveal a lot, that it may be Goku and Goku and Gohan at the end of the tournament, because everybody else is kind of seen looking on. But then there's another theory that it could be Goku, Frieza, and
And
Jiren.
Jiren. Hmm.
And and this is going to be kind of interesting, because it's going to be like, well, who who's going to come out of that? What's going to be the people's motivators? And it's just, it's going to be very interesting to see how everything plays out. And I understand that people sometimes don't agree with the direction that the story is going. I remember the very first time that happened in Dragon Ball Super that turned off a lot of people was there was an episode where Hercule Satan turned Super Saiyan, and that shit just really turned off a lot of people. They were like, "Oh, what's this? This is a fucking joke." And even though it was just him thinking it, it was like him having a daydream, but that still set the Dragon Ball world on fire. And then Dragon Ball Super came back with a vengeance with the whole Future Trunks arc, which I think to this day is the best arc
In
so far.
Super, yes, it
Yeah,
is. It is the best arc in Super so far, and it's sad because Black has, or Zamasu,
yeah,
has literally jumped the entire list. He's now the number two greatest villain in Dragon Ball,
awesome.
behind Frieza. Obviously, Frieza. When you mention the whole thing about Frieza being the greatest villain in Dragon Ball, I'm glad you brought that up because as this topic says, fan service over story or lore. The reality is that they can't they can't write any better characters. That's the problem. They cannot create characters because of their own fandom. They can't create better characters because they don't want to write they don't want to write a story where Goku loses again, which is funny
Of
because like they've done it before and nothing has happened to the Dragon Ball universe. The Cell Saga
course.
is a prime example of that.
Yep.
Goku knew he was nowhere on Cell's level. He could not fight Cell. He just wanted to fight Cell because he just wanted to fight Cell. That was it. But it was pretty much to test and to give his son an ideal of what the fight's gonna be like and the whole 9 yards. He was actually putting his son through a test, although it was it's psychotic because it's like, you want to give your son the lowdown on what happened, but you don't go give Cell a senzu bean. You just don't do stupid stuff like that. But that's Goku for you. Um, but he was,
I
but
just
then,
want to. I just want to chime in here
mm,
on that topic.
yeah,
There's a very. It's kind of like a hypothetical, because it does raise a question. Goku felt when he went to Korin's tower to say, "Hey, I'm going to give you 50% of my power. I want you to tell me where I rate amongst Cell." And then Korin is like, "Well, it seems like you know it's still not enough, basically." I'm pretty sure you remember that episode where
mhm,
you went to Korin's place, and even when Gohan was looking at Goku, he was like, "Wow, Dad, when did you get all this power when you were just busy training me?" But I think Gohan probably looked at it as like, maybe Goku has more than that. It's 50%, but that can't be his 50, because the way Gohan was looking, it didn't look like Gohan was really all that impressed. Also, had Gohan not shown signs that he was able to get to a Super Saiyan level 2,
mhm,
would Goku have fought Cell differently? You see, that's
mm,
something, I mean, we'll never really know, but it does make me wonder, because Cell was fighting Goku was fighting Cell the way he was
mm.
because he felt that he had the insurance policy of his son.
Son, yes,
Just Yeah,
No, now, here's the thing. The answer to that is very simple. If he did not have the confidence that his son could turn Super Saiyan 2, Goku himself would have tried to go to get Super Saiyan 2. It's as simple as that. The
yeah,
only reason why he did not go in lore wise, the only reason why Goku himself did not go to the level of Super Saiyan 2 because there was no need. His son already did it. His son did not even realize his power. You have to remember when Gohan turned Super Saiyan 2, when he
I
actually turned
remember.
Super Saiyan, he blacked out. Gohan does not
Yep,
remember he turned to that level.
yep.
Goku did, and Goku was like, "What the hell?" The
Yeah, that was
reason,
a great
yeah,
episode. They were in a hyperbolic time
time
chamber.
chamber, yes. Now, the reason why Gohan was not impressed by Goku's power is because Gohan himself did not even realize just how powerful he was. He was completely
Yes.
unaware of how powerful his father knew. Goku knew. This is why Goku did what he did. This is why Goku drags out the fight because, like you said, the insurance policy. He's like, "Ah, don't worry, my son will take it out. All I have to do is show him some pointers here and there so he can see, hey
Yeah.
son, did you follow that fight? Yeah, why? It was easy. I saw the whole thing. He's like, yeah, he got it.
And
He
then,
took
and then that's when the
Mhm.
amazing Piccolo said, "Now I get it.
Okay,
Now I know why you fought Cell, and when you knew you couldn't win, you
exactly.
fought Cell because you wanted to show Gohan how Cell fought, didn't you?" And then he just had a big grin on his
Got his
face.
face. That's
Yo,
no
Piccolo is so godlike.
that's no different from Vegeta fighting Hit and Goku
Yep.
needing the time to be able to look at the situation with Hit so he could develop a strategy. What
No,
he
actually, no. What the I
he
hate to correct you on that one.
hmm?
He wasn't really looking at that. What he did was during the time when Vegeta was fighting Hit,
Hmm.
Goku was trying to understand what was going on, and then he asked, I think it was Jacko,
He did ask Jacko, could you see it?
and then also he ended up talking to the little squid guy that happened to be the king of the galaxy or something like that.
And he
And
was like, he's using
that's
the
when
time
they
skip.
said, "Oh, he's using time skip." And he was like, "What's that?" And that's when he figured it out.
But
I mean,
what I'm trying to
yeah,
say is that because he was able to see and ask questions, he wasn't in the fight yet. Because he was able to, and he was analyzing the fight. He didn't understand what was going on, which is why he's asking questions. But that's a
yeah,
part of the analyzation. Him
yeah,
doing that allowed him to give some semblance of, what type of strategy am I going to build based on the little pieces of information that I have instead of going in completely raw and blind like Vegeta, which is why
like Vegeta
Vegeta
did.
got washed because Vegeta was on the battlefield right there and then having to figure out Vegeta had no idea what was going on until Vegeta had to use one strategy. I don't know how this guy's hit me, why he's hit me, when he's hitting me, or whatever the case may be. But this is the only thing I know I can do since I can't see anything. Take the next hit and then I have to kill him with one punch. And that's what
Yeah,
Vegeta did. And when he did that, Hit was surprised. Hit was like, "Wow, he really took that." Hit Vegeta with a temple punch, a trachea punch, a kidney punch, a heart punch. He hit him with moves that were supposed to kill Vegeta,
yeah,
and
yeah, because he hits on all your vital organs.
he was like,
But I mean, the I think the question would be
"Mhm,
like if you can answer this truthfully,
okay,
is if Vegeta had the same information as Goku, knowing how Vegeta is,
hmm."
do you think that he would have actually been able to replicate what Goku did?
No, he would have found another way. He would have found a different way. Vegeta never uses the same way Goku does anything. Vegeta comes up with his own version. He wouldn't.
Oh, okay,
He wouldn't use Goku's. The answer is, would he come up with a way to be able to beat Hit? And the answer is yes. Um, it's just that would he use Goku's way? No, he definitely wouldn't use Goku's way. What?
he would have had to use Goku's way. That was the only way
No, that's
because
it.
basically because with the fact that he's skipping time
Mm-hmm.
by zero point 0.1 seconds, Goku realized along with the information he was given
Hmm.
that I have to attack and I have to guess what attack. Even I think even Piccolo or Vegeta said it,
Hmm.
and and then I think he told, yeah, he told Hit how he's doing it,
Hmm.
and then Piccolo said, "I don't know if that was wise for Goku to have revealed his strategy," and then Hit said, "Well, then I'll just do something different because you're guessing what I'm going to do zero point 0.1 seconds in the future."
Hmm.
So then that's when Goku says, "No, because in order for you to change your initial attack would be a little bit too difficult. You're gonna do what you're gonna do regardless. It's
Hmm.
just that now I understand that if I'm attacking with a punch, I have to make sure to cover my face, and it's almost like you're playing lag. You have to do your combos ahead of time,
Yeah.
and that's basically what he was doing. So Vegeta would have had to have done the same strategy, but he could have executed it a little different.
Here's why I did.
Instead-
Here's why I disagree. And it's this was actually proven and showcased in the actual anime. In the actual anime itself. Had Vegeta land that punch, it would have been done. And
You
here,
think so?
the anime and the manga, both versions of explained exactly why that actually happened. Number one, which is this is the part that's so stupid. They asked some guy from the Dragon Ball, the people who Dragon Ball Super, is was hit stronger than Vegeta, and he said yes. But in the anime and in the manga, they said Vegeta was using 1/8 of his power, and that he was in, way more stronger than Hit. Goku and Vegeta were, in terms of strength, power output, they were way stronger than Hit. Hit's technique was just better than both of them. That's what that really was.
Yeah.
And this is explained in the manga and explained in the anime, right? It wasn't an issue of power. It was an issue of technique. So
Okay.
had Vegeta land that punch, because Vegeta was go. That's why Hit took his hand out of his pocket. That punch would have ended the fight. He knew this. He saw the killing intent behind the punch. He was like, "This is if he hits me, it's over." He pulled a hand out of the pocket. That's why he gave Vegeta respect when Vegeta was knocked down. He's like, "I have to give you respect for that. To have taken all of those vital punches and still
Yeah.
and you were taking that risk." Now, it was that strategy? Would that strategy have worked? Well, I would say this. Vegeta fought three people prior to that, and Vegeta lost.
And plus, he was tired.
Okay, so now you get into my point. He lost
Yep.
all of his stamina. Had Vegeta had max stamina going into that fight, and he took that hit from Hit, even the second punch Hit would have hit him with would not have stopped him. He would have been able to blow through. He would have been able to overpower, because that's the other way you can beat Hit. You can overpower him. How do I know this? Well, in the second fight with Goku versus Hit, when Hit improved his time skip to such a new degree that Goku just could not meet up with him, Goku literally output his Super Saiyan Blue power that literally stopped his advanced time skip within the radius of the power. His power created an orb that
Yeah,
shattered.
that was really something.
Yeah, but that's overpowering. That's what Vegeta was going for. But Vegeta was already blown out of stamina, so there's no
Yeah,
way for.
because he also he showcased Super Saiyan Blue to Kaba, and that
Okay,
takes a lot of stamina to use to activate that.
okay.
In
So
addition to what he had to go through against that big robot.
exact, which really exhausted his stamina. That's actually who really exhausted his stamina. Vegeta. Vegeta really
Yeah,
took, because air is very important, and it took up a lot of that air that he need. My man went
yeah, he
into.
was filling it up with steam, so it was like he was like in a super hot sauna. He couldn't breathe.
He couldn't breathe for anything. So these are the things Vegeta had to fight four people. He had to fight Frost. Wait, no, was it four or just three?
It was
No,
three.
it was just Frost, Vegeta, Kaba, and then Hit. These four guys that he had to fight, and he did 3 for 1, and he went into the fight. And the fact that he was getting hit in the vital points in his fourth fight, and he was still standing after all of those hits, that it took Hit to hit him with literally his best punch that you got. This is why Hit gave props to Vegeta. Now, in
And
terms,
this is also why a lot of people, when they were watching Super, a lot of the Vegeta fans felt like like the writers were finally giving Vegeta his due, because a lot of time they would just have him just be playing
John,
second fiddle to Goku like blatantly, but this time he was really able to shine.
they wrote a decent lore to say, okay, look, the show is about Goku. Goku has to get the end fight here, but we're gonna make it circumstantial that Vegeta loses.
Yeah,
It's not a job. It's a circumstance. It's like with revival of F with Frieza. That was
yep.
circumstance. Vegeta clearly hands down just washed Frieza, but
Yeah, he ended him. But
But Frieza was under the same
also,
circumstance clause as
yeah.
well because he lost a lot of his energy fighting Goku. So the point
Oh, that
wasn't
was my point.
yeah,
Excellent.
that.
Mhm.
So the point is that they respected all three characters. There's like,
Yeah,
listen, we can't job any of the three characters. These are our three most popular characters in the entire Dragon Ball lore. Facts. These are facts. Goku, plot character, that's the main character. It's never, you can't outdo Goku. That's what it is. We get it. And no one's saying try to outdo Goku. Vegeta, that is his main rival. In fact, Vegeta has helped develop Goku to the heights that he's at right now. Both
it's
characters
true.
as Iron, no, as, what's that line that say from the Bible? As Iron,
Oh, I forgot. I know what you mean.
yeah,
I forgot what it is.
as iron sharpens, as iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpens another. Goku helps sharpen Vegeta to surpass him. When Vegeta surpasses Goku, then Goku has a reason to surpass Vegeta, and then it just keeps going back and forth. And if you look at the whole Dragon Ball lore, that's how they've been climbing. One
And
up,
actually, Vegeta even said that in a sense
he said
when,
when Frieza said, kill him, and he's like, no, I
yeah,
can't.
okay, you got it.
Unfortunately, I need this asshole to get stronger. That's literally what he said. He's like, Vegeta came to terms with himself. There are, in order for me to get to the heights of power that I need to get to, I need him. And guess what? This is what makes Goku a better character than Vegeta in that regard. Goku knew that the day he met Vegeta. The
Yeah,
day he met Vegeta. Krillin, no! What do you mean? Don't kill him. Leave him alive. I need him to get stronger. Back in the Saiyan Saga, Goku
yeah.
knew that. That's how far ahead Goku thought. And that's what made Goku so godlike. But like, it's like now they're not even writing these things properly anymore to make Goku godlike. It's more like Goku's just godlike because Goku's just godlike. And this is my whole thing about fan service versus story and lore. They're really like not focusing on the story and the lore. And which brings up the whole part now that we're in Super, we can skip all the Z stuff and
Yes,
here's
please.
so here's where we are in Super, and here's where I say we have a problem here because at the Dragon Ball Super has an ultimate end. I've been saying this by the time when Super first dropped, I was with my boy Gabe and Chris Ellis, also known as EMP Matrix, and I was explaining to them Dragon Ball Super. I know why they make it Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is the saga right at the end of the Buu saga before the last world tournament. Everyone's like, no, it's not. It's a whole completely new thing. I'm like, no, it isn't. Because there is a 10-year gap that they don't use. It would make no sense to write. No, Dragon Ball Super, people were telling me in the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super is going to replace GT. I'm like, no, it's not. That's so stupid. It can't replace GT. When it came out and we saw the ending, 6 months after the death of Buu, I knew it. I said, I told you. I told you. In my opinion, Dragon Ball Super's arc is about the total development of Vegeta and the retirement of Vegeta. That's what it is. It's about retiring Vegeta's drive and rivalry to overcome Goku. I believe in the end of Super, Vegeta will finally trump Goku, or at the very least equal him for one reason and one reason only. Episode 289, English or Japanese, choose whichever one you want. When Goku mentions Oob, there's a guy on the planet that has vast potential and power. Vegeta, who? An android? No, this one's homegrown Earthling. Impossible.
Oh.
And he's like, this is impossible, Kakarot. And it's like, and then Boomer comes. That's impossible, Goku. The U.S. title. You and Vegeta are the best in the universe. Japanese.
Yeah.
You and Vegeta are the strongest in the universe. Which I guess best, strongest, same thing, whatever. So either one. So at the end of the Dragon Ball Z arc, they've already concluded that Goku and Vegeta were at the height of the characters. So it's about, well, here's a problem. At the end of the Buu arc, clearly Vegeta was not on Goku's level. Goku can turn Super Saiyan 3. Vegeta's only Super Saiyan 2. There's no way, even with his hidden potential, there's no way they're not in the same grade. Goku is beyond Vegeta. So what will they do in this Super Saga to bring them to the end game for them to talk about they are being the two strongest or the two best in the universe. And what has to happen is this, because Dragon Ball Super is about fan service. It is. Just as we got Vegito, we're gonna get Gogeta. They have
Yeah.
to bring in Gogeta. And they're writing this over because they need Gogeta to be the man over even Vegito. And I think Gogeta is going to either introduce White, or Goku and Vegeta is going to get Super Saiyan White, and then they will emerge. Then it'll be like, I'm Gogeta White, just like you have Vegito Blue. And Gogeta White probably only has like 1 minute of that vast power before the fusion is automatically like, what's the word, broken, or whatever the case may be. But in order for that to happen, Vegeta needs to be within the vicinity of Goku's power. This is why if you look at Dragon Ball Super, it's always about Goku and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta. They're always at the same level. Now, here is where I have a problem with the fandom parts, right?
Okay.
The story of Dragon Ball Super and the influencers of the Dragon Ball community who completely ignore these botched up lures that they don't want to ever mention, because they need to keep the cognitive dissonance that Goku is the one and true and only character that can be indisputable, the greatest there is. And it's like, well, Goku,
not anymore.
he never was. You know how many fights Goku has lost? He never was.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just speaking in terms of just Goku is basically the main character. Even though in Dragon Ball Z, it was really supposed to be a passing of the torch to his son.
We understand he's the main character. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, between him being the main character and being the undisputable best. He could be the main character and not be the undisputable best. That's the point I'm trying to make. The Cell Saga proved that. He's the main character, but Gohan was the undisputable best. That was the whole point. And if they can do that, for Gohan, they even did it for Trunks. The question remains here. Will they do this for Vegeta? Vegeta and that's where I have a problem.
No, they won't do it because because Goku's going to have a new form. He's going to have a new form to fight Jiren. And to possibly, because I believe it's going to be a revolt with all the angels from all the different universes, and they're going to try to plot a coup, possibly against the Omni King, and basically they're probably thinking, if we have this world tournament, this can possibly eliminate all of the mortals that could actually give us a problem. And I think it's a very diabolical plot by the Grand Priest, because I think that's what it really comes down to.
I think you're 100% accurate, because it's not the Grand Priest's plan. It's Zamasu's plan.
I don't know about that.
Zamasu is the second Xeno. Here's my theory that people don't.
That would sound that is very interesting. That is very interesting.
Let me tell you why I say this. This is my theory.
Okay.
Number one, for two things. I'll explain it.
Bold theory.
Yes, these are theories. Obviously, this is an opinion. It's a theory.
Of course.
So it's not a fact. But my theory is that this is Zamasu for one reason. In the manga, and let's start with the anime first, and I'll explain the manga quickly, because a lot of people don't really follow the manga anymore. But in the anime, okay, first of all, Zamasu has a time ring, right? So what if Xeno blew up the universe? Zamasu became omnipresent when Trunks cut him in half. If he's omnipresent in all time. So yes, that timeline he blew up is destroyed, but that doesn't mean anything. What's to say that he didn't go back in the past, because he doesn't need a time ring anymore. He's a universe. He literally became a universe. He didn't become the planet. He became the universe. In the manga, it expressly explains this in more detail in the manga, where Goku was like, Zamasu, and then was like, "Where are you running to?" He's like, "Run back to your past." I like, "Don't you understand? I was created in. I have a past version of myself in Universe 12, which is also factual in the anime. There's another version of Zamasu that's actually not there. Remember, he said he killed Gowasu 3 times. Well, he kills Gowasu twice, and then he in the anime he's like, "This is my 3rd time killing you," and he stabs him. So if there's 3 versions of Gowasu, why isn't there 3 versions of Zamasu? And that's my
it doesn't hold up.
Wait.
When Zeno destroyed that universe,
Hmm.
he destroyed Zamasu. That's basically it. That was an open and closed case.
All right.
So Zamasu's gone.
All right. Now, in the manga, right? Um, Goku Black or Zamasu explains that he already exists in a different timeline as well. He explains that to Goku. He's like, "Go where you want to go. I exist in the other timelines as well, and I will just destroy you there." He tells him that he's like, so running is pointless. Now, based on the time theory in the anime, Zamasu also exists outside of that Trunks timeline. He's not just there; he's other places as well. Remember, when Goku Black was fighting him, Zamasu came out from a time portal into Goku Trunks timeline, and he was like, "Welcome, brother." He was there. So if that Zamasu came from a different universe and timeline, it's safe to say that there's others. That's the point I'm trying.
No,
Here, all right, watch this. Here's a.
Zamasu comes from Universe 10.
Hmm.
Now, Zamasu in the future
Okay.
came to the past
Hmm.
to meet the Zamasu that we were following in the animation. And
Hmm.
that was that Zamasu that embraced him. But by the time he came back, he had already wished to take over Goku's body.
Hmm.
So now when people were saying, okay, well, if he took over Goku's body, where is Goku? Well, he explained it and he said he killed him.
Hmm. Now,
So
now,
this was during the time when he was explaining what happened in terms of when he came back to kill Goku, Chi Chi, and Goten,
you
and
just
that's when Goku lost it and enraged himself.
you just
But
explained my point, though. You
well,
ma-
well, but ultimately,
Mhm.
to shortcut all this, Zamasu, as you know it, is gone. There is no more. There's Beerus destroyed him in that time.
Just Beerus destroyed him in the
As he
present.
said, he destroyed. I hakai'd him. He's no more.
Hmm.
But then Zamasu, he made his time travel,
Hmm.
and it went to a different timeline, and that's the Zamasu that
You're
actually ended up
you're making
wishing for
you're
for
making
Goku's.
you're making my point,
What?
Red. You're
Look,
literally making the
all right.
point.
So just to dispense with all this,
Hmm.
Zamasu is dead. There's no more Zamasu. Zeno took care of that. He wiped out the entire universe.
That
There
no,
was no other place for him to go.
wait. He wiped out that entire
Yes,
timeline.
that entire
Wait,
universe.
wait. No, he didn't. He wiped.
like
Okay,
I don't know. I
okay.
mean,
All right. So you're not necessarily understanding like the whole the expansiveness of the omniverse. Because you have I don't want to.
it's 12 universes.
Yes. The you.
Zeno destroyed that universe. That Zamasu ascended to where he became omnipresent.
All
He
right.
was omnipresent within that universe.
Can I explain?
Zeno has the power to eliminate that universe, thus eliminated Zamasu. That's it.
Can I explain something? Because you see, what you're doing. You're open and shutting your case. You're not being open-minded to something. The
There's
you
nothing else. Okay, go ahead.
the universe in which Trunks is from future Trunks is Universe 7. Zeno did not destroy Universe 7. He destroyed that timeline in Universe 7. That's what I'm trying to
Okay.
explain to you. The universe was not destroyed. A timeline in the universe, and that's the anime. In the manga, Zeno only destroys the world. He does not destroy the universe in the manga. If you read the manga, but not that. We'll stick with the anime so we don't confuse
Yeah, the
people.
anime
Right.
is pretty much what's going on.
So what I'm trying to say is this: a timeline was destroyed. This is why Trunks is able to remember when Trunks is like Trunks is still in Universe 7, and Trunks is like, I'm gonna go back to a different time where he himself, no himself, Mai, and Bulma exists. That is another timeline in Universe 7 where Bulma still exists outside of the present that they're in. And when you watch the anime, they fly off, and you see Trunks, Mai, with another Trunks, Mai, and Bulma. Where are they?
Yes,
They're not
I
in.
understand.
They're
I
not. And
understand
what I'm
that.
trying to say is this: they're not in a different universe. They're still in Universe 7. What Zamasu explained was that he is in different timelines. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So
He can
yes,
be in different. He can be in different timelines, but that Zamasu is gone.
no,
Like this thing, it's a nice theory, but Zeno, that other Zeno, is not Zamasu.
okay.
That is 100%, 1,000,000,000%. It's a nice theory to talk about, but that's not it.
I
That's just not it.
I will say this though. Why does that Zeno keep getting everything wrong? He raises the wrong hand. He says the wrong thing. He always corrects himself to follow the other Zeno.
Who
So,
knows?
so exactly, who knows? So we'll see. But
Well, if
until
you are
it's a
if
theory.
you end up being right,
It's
and
just
I
a
will
theory.
be the first person to accept that I'm wrong.
It's a
But
theory.
I really don't believe that is what's happening here.
It's a
I
theory.
believe that right now it's going to be about those angels. That's
Well,
what it's going to be.
that's fine. We don't want to digress too much on that because we don't want to get. The issue is it's which is kind of funny. Grand Priest, the Angels, Zeno, all of those guys, believe it or not, their stories are kind of written hard, written down hard, and it's cool and everything. So we don't necessarily have to talk about them. The issues I'm talking about aren't those guys. The issues I'm talking about are the mortal characters, and the foolishness that they're going through. So when I asked the question, you answered it for me. You said they're never going to give Vegeta burn. When you look at Vegeta, right?
I mean, I don't know about burn. I mean, he's going to get burned, but you're talking about what? They're going to actually end up making him on par with Goku?
Trunks came in at a time I was stronger than Goku. Gohan at one time became stronger than Goku. There is never.
I don't mean in terms of like power. I mean, there's
I'm
more than
talking
just
about.
power. I'm talking about in terms of the actual like this is the like John Cena doesn't have to be the best in the WWE, but we know John Cena is the face of the company. Like
Okay.
that's basically what it is. So
Trunks.
Goku is the face of Dragon Ball.
Trunks was able to kill a main villain in Dragon Ball. One, two, three, four. He's killed four main villains in Dragon Balls. Three of them came from different timelines. Five. He's killed five main villains in Dragon Ball. He's killed present Frieza. He's killed future 18, 19, and Cell. Right? And then
And he killed Deborah and Babidi.
in Super,
Yep.
yes, Deborah Babidi. So that's seven.
Yeah.
He was a guy that got the last hit on more on the physical version of Zamasu.
Yeah.
Seven main villains. It doesn't matter if it was in a different timeline. Seven. So Trunks has seven on his list, right? Goku has defeated Frieza. Goku has defeated Buu. Um, Goku has defeated Golden Frieza. All right. Who else has Goku has defeated? In his he had a whole saga to himself in Dragon Ball to defeat all the main villains there and whatever, right? So Gohan has defeated. I wouldn't say Goku defeated Raditz. He took the L to get Raditz down, but whatever. I don't know if we want to count that.
No.
Gohan took out Cell. Gohan also went up against well, that was circumstantial. He had Buhan done. No, not Buhan. He had Super Buu done, but circumstance. He dragged out the fight too much, and as a bad situation happened, he got the kids, and then he was getting wrecked. But even Gohan has won. Vegeta is zero. The most developed character in the entire saga cannot get one major win. That does not make any sense. How do you build?
Well, I mean, Vegeta's killed people.
No. Yes, and that's my entire point. He's killed the jobbers, the second tier, the second class.
Your boy killed Pui Pui and
See, you said that on purpose. You said that on purpose. You said that on purpose to make my point, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Like the most developed character in Dragon Ball kills Pui Pui and the Ginyu Force. That's all he's getting.
Yeah, I think he killed Dodoria. I think he killed Zarbon.
Yeah, he killed all of those bums, the bums. He killed all of the bums, but he never got a. And this is why a lot of people was upset about Revival of F. Here, Vegeta's greatest mortal enemy ever is Frieza, and he has a chance. Goku had already defeated Frieza at this point in time. Once Trunks got finished up the mess that Goku didn't get to finish up, and then if you count GT, he bops him then. And you mean to tell me you couldn't let Vegeta get the kill? He couldn't get the kill? That's crazy. Like the come
Yeah,
on,
man, we can't allow that.
and this is my entire point. This is my entire problem I'm having here.
Okay.
The best developed character, right, is still being questioned if he ever was stronger than Goku in the entire Super arc. People are saying he Vegeta has never been stronger than Goku in the entire Super arc, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, are you
Well, I
kidding me?
guess they. Well, I want to take those people seriously then, because clearly they don't know what they're talking about.
Some of those people are the influencers of the Dragon Ball community. That's my problem. If it was just regular fans who just don't know what they're talking about, not a problem. I wouldn't say anything. It's the big influencers. This is why
Well,
I
then
stopped.
there's not much we can do about that.
That's why I stopped watching them because it's like, like, yo, look, we
But I
understand
can tell you, geekdom 101 doesn't do that shit. Contrary to what you believe, because I watch his channel like every day.
this. I asked Geekdom a question on Twitter, right? And a very simple question. So we was talking about. Let's look at the character development in terms of power, right? So we can have an understanding to the lore. Let's look at Goku and Vegeta's power development growth, the growth chart to where they are now from the beginning of Super. So in the beginning of Super, Boomer gets slapped. They use Boomer getting hit as that's the justification that Vegeta finally became more powerful than Goku, right? And he says he surpassed Goku, right? Now this is the funny part. In the manga, no, in the movie, and in the saga, Goku admits that Vegeta surpassed him. The Dragon Ball community says no, he didn't surpass him. He just got a rage power boost at that one instant. Goku, the physical character on the screen, was like, Vegeta, you surpassed me. He says it. This is the Goku.
Maybe you need to watch it again or read it again, because I think there's something that you're probably missing.
Goku says that himself. The reason why Goku does not say, I surpassed you, Vegeta, is because Goku needed the power of Vegeta to become Super Saiyan God. So when Goku addresses the issue about power, he's talking about power on a standalone. How do I know this? Because Goku addresses this in the revival of F Saga, not the movie, but in the saga. When Vegeta turned Super Saiyan Blue for the first time, everyone was astonished. Except
I
Goku.
know.
Except Goku. Goku's the only one not astonished. And he was like, what the hell? Super Saiyan Blue too? And Goku says, yup. And he did something that even I couldn't do. He got the power on his own.
Well, he didn't say all of that. You're adding to that shit. What he said was, he said he learned the power, and he didn't have to go through the ritual of of having five other Saiyans. He did it on it. He found his own way. He didn't say all that
So,
other stuff.
I paraphrased and you paraphrased, and guess what? It comes to the same
No,
answer.
no, no, no. We can watch the episode.
Oh, okay.
We
Actually,
can pull the episode, and you can see in the
pull,
Japanese that that's basically what he said.
one second. I got you. I got you because I
That's
was putting it.
cool. I mean, because you probably missed something, and you're paraphrasing, my brother. It's all right. We all can't be right, except for me.
Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna get the Japanese sub, right?
Yeah, it's in
Uh,
one of those episodes.
it's a see, I don't like this. I need the actual. See, everyone shows the movie. What episode is this? See,
Well, I can tell you in Dragon Ball Super, it's definitely, I think, in the late 20s or early 30s.
uh,
That particular episode, and,
episode
and if you're
27.
if you're talking about the show,
Episode 27. Yeah. Okay, so it's episode 27. Right. Let's see here.
All right, bitches. So we are here for.
Whoa, 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 my man. Okay, so yes.
'cause I know Goku didn't say, "Oh, he did something that I couldn't do." He didn't say any of that. He definitely did not say that.
He says that he got the power on his own. That's it.
Yes, he said that.
Okay. Now what I'm trying to say is Goku couldn't do that. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. Goku could not get the power on his own. That's not an opinion. Those are the facts.
That is an opinion.
No,
that is an opinion.
He didn't do it. It's a past tense. He did not obtain Super Saiyan God on his own. That's
okay.
A fact.
Yes. But when you start to say he could not do it on his own, like
okay, he did not.
If
do
Goku,
it on
okay, all right. Let's cut the cycle right here. Let's cut the circle here. We know that Vegeta figured this whole gimmick on his own. Goku did the Saiyan ritual. To say that Goku would have never figured it out on his own, that's an opinion.
No, okay, that's an
what
opinion.
is it? No, hold on. Hold the fuck up now.
All right.
What we do know is that yes,
all right, bitches,
Vegeta
so weird.
did it on his own. Goku did the ritual.
Okay.
But to say that Goku would not have figured it out on his own ever, that is an opinion.
I just need to get this episode. Hold on 1 second.
That's cool, because I already know what the episode's going to say.
Okay, hold on.
So I watched the shit very religiously.
Oh, and as a Vegeta fan, best believe I watched that beyond.
Because what you could do, you can actually go to YouTube and just look at Vegeta versus Frieza, and it's at the very beginning part. It's just at the part when Goku says, "Thanks, Vegeta, for not killing me or for saving me, and you could thank me by staying out of the rest of this fight." Yeah, sure, it's your turn anyway. So basically, from that point, that's when Vegeta powered up, and then that's when. So you can go to a YouTube video for that.
What the hell? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna Okay, so wait 1 second. 1 second. I'm bringing it up right now. Okay.
I'm still in Tekken, so I won't be able to see it. I just know that
I'm gonna read it to you. Okay, so all right.
Okay,
so
I mean I know what it is
because transform. Apparently, so Vegeta says apparently you wouldn't know, but I can do this as well, right? And this is I too can transform to the legendary Super Saiyan because on YouTube they cut the whole thing. So I'm watching it on Crunchyroll. So I watched the full episode, and so Master Roshi says, "What's this?" Vegeta also got his hands on the power of Super Saiyan God. So hold on, you have to mute your mic because it's reverberating. And then Goku says, "Yes." Mute your mic. Red.
Huh?
Red, your mic, when you put me on speaker, it reverberates back in. So you're hearing a loud echo of me.
Okay.
What were you using before? Where I didn't hear it. Were you using your headset?
I'm using my Kinect. I've been using my Kinect the whole time, so I don't know if something you did on your end, maybe watching the video. I don't know.
No,
it's been like this the whole time.
I have the video on pause. Okay, Goku says, and I'm reading it. Crunchyroll. I'll link it to you. Right?
I already know. No, this is for you, not for me.
Unlike me, who achieved that power with the help of other Saiyans. Hold on, I gotta let the text play. He achieved it with his own power.
Yeah.
Now
we know that.
Okay.
But the point that I'm just making is to say that Goku would not have been able to do it, period, ever. That's an opinion.
Okay. Fine.
We all know that's what happened.
This is fine. We got it. All I wanted to state was that Goku pointed that out, and this is okay. Now this is where I'm talking about cognitive dissonance comes from, right? When Goku said that, and everyone read that, watched it. I even got the US dub, and he says the exact same thing. They actually, for once, didn't change the text to kind of mean something else, or whatever the case may be, because they love to do that. It's just like when Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods, when in the movie, Master Roshi actually says, Vegeta's finally surpassed Goku. In the US dubbed version, they took that out. Because the US does not want the US does not want the audience to believe that Vegeta is on any toe with Goku. They want to keep Vegeta in this one particular area. So even when the writers are writing it, they'll change the translation. And people go, "Oh, it's a mistranslation." No, it's not. It's not a mistranslation. It's very simple. Follow the damn translation. Like they even subbed it for you. So if they subbed it for you, just read the sub. Why are you changing the entire word? Because they need to change the context, right? See, now you have a okay. It came and it went. All right. So now, now that I mentioned this, people were literally still saying that Goku was stronger than Vegeta, and Vegeta wasn't stronger than Goku. All right, that's fine. When Goku first came to Beerus's planet and he looked at Vegeta, it was already implied there, right there and then, that Vegeta was stronger than Goku. Goku, through training, obviously caught up and they got into the same power level. They got the Super Saiyan Blue together, whatever. People were saying that, no, Goku was saying that Vegeta might be stronger than him. And I'm like, how? He got 6 months of training. He got... One second. What? Oh, sorry. So, Vegeta had already explained that, Vegeta had 6 months with Whis.
Yeah.
In front of Goku.
And he acknowledged it. He said, you know what? And he looked at Vegeta very, very seriously. And Vegeta's like, what? You know what? You've actually gotten a lot stronger. I almost even recognize you.
We get this. And then there's other things that implemented it when Beerus blew up. Right? When he sneezed when he was sleeping, that was an unrestricted blast.
Yeah.
Goku was like, how did you even survive that blast, Vegeta? Everything was indicating that Vegeta was actually at Goku's level or stronger.
Well, and another one that you didn't mention is the first thing of training.
The weights.
When he was like, oh, I want you to carry these things, but the ground is going to disappear. Oh, Vegeta, I made yours twice as heavy.
Well, okay, pause right there.
Not tall.
Pause right there. The Kanzanchu community had a huge 2-week war on that one. Based on the translation, they were like, Whis never said he made his heavier. And people were arguing the semantics behind it. But here is why we know his was heavier than Goku's. Because it was implied that Vegeta did that training already.
Yeah.
Because Vegeta says, oh, this is like, I'm going to show you Kakarot, which means
exactly.
He had already did this. But then we said, oh, Vegeta, I made yours heavier.
Yeah, 2 times heavier.
but everyone, because this is the cognitive dissonance of Goku fans, they cannot accept any time Vegeta... You have Goku fans who said there's no time ever in Dragon Ball history Vegeta's ever been stronger than Goku. And we're like, Goku, the real Goku fans are like, what are you talking about?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug, man. It
like,
really is.
They're like, no, there's been times Vegeta's been stronger than Goku, like when he first came to Earth. And when you bring up that point, they go, oh yeah, but that doesn't count because he turned into an ape.
What?
We're like, what? So
holy
Goku,
smokes!
Goku can use a technique, but Vegeta's is not allowed to use his technique, and that's pretty much what they're saying.
It's funny because that technique he used was a Saiyan biological technique. It wasn't some trick that he learned from a Kai.
A god. So like
yeah, Goku, exactly, a low level god, exactly.
Goku can learn a technique from a low level god, and it's fair. Vegeta can't use something that was made biologically by his own people. Like this is why I like you, Red, for this in the Dragon Ball thing, because like you, Abe, and Matrix, you guys are into the Dragon Ball lore. Yes, you have your preferential characters. You're a Frieza guy. Some people may be a Goku guy. I'm a Vegeta guy. But we don't let our preference get into the way of the factual lore of the show, which is my entire contention here. It's not to be, oh man, it's not the same Vegeta rant, like, because you have stupid Vegeta fans out there, like fans I can't be dealing with. They're like, what are you talking about? Vegeta's like infinitely more powerful than Goku. I've been looking at them like, what is your problem? Like, no, he's not. Like, I'm
They're
a
just
Vegeta
raging
fan.
out.
I'm like, you're just raging out. Calm down. I'm like, but which is the problem I have. The problem I have is that these characters go back and forth, and everything is shown in the anime, but these things are not addressed. Anything provocative that comes up, no one wants to address it if it goes against the narrative that the majority of the Dragon Ball um, audience accepts as fact. So
Yeah.
let's get up to the let's move forward a little bit in the Super Saga. So we're past. So Goku was, Vegeta became stronger than Goku in the freeze the revival of that, right? He became stronger
Yeah.
than Goku as a regular mortal with mortal ki, right? In Battle of Gods. Goku ascended past that, Super Saiyan God. Vegeta then ascended past that with the help of Whis, Vegeta's first God training ever, right? He ascends past that with Super Saiyan Blue, right? Goku trumps that with Kaioken. Vegeta trumps that with hyperbolic time chamber, going past his limits. I want your opinion on this. In the final fight, round 3, Goku and Vegeta versus Goku Black. I'm gonna tell you what I believe based on the anime is the tier list in terms of strength. Vegeta, we're not talking about when they merged. Vegeta was the strongest. Goku Black was the second strongest. Goku was the third strongest. What do you agree or disagree, and why?
It's interesting. I know why you're saying that.
Mm-hmm.
An old DBZ expert like me, I understand why you're saying that. Because, so this is all in. So to answer your question, I agree with you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna share to whoever's listening why you're saying that.
Please do.
It's very interesting. It was told that the body that Goku Black or Zamasu got was the more developed body of Goku in the future.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what it is.
Okay.
So the body that Zamasu wished for Goku, that is the more developed body of Goku that was in the future. One can say that could be the same timeline, that could be a different timeline, but regardless, that version of Goku that Zamasu swapped bodies with was stronger than the Goku that they were fighting.
Yes. That's a fact. But the issue, this is what I'm trying to, this is the contention that I have with the so-called, I don't call them Dragon Ball fans, they're Goku fans. That's what it really is. Dragon Ball fans are a little bit more sensible and they take things into consideration. In the very beginning, Goku Black wasn't stronger than any of them. Goku Black became stronger when Goku Super Saiyan 2 whooped his ass when he came to the present. And he got dragged back into his time with future Trunks, and he was like, this is good. This is very good, because he got beat up by Goku. He got a Zenkai boots, which made him even stronger, right?
But here's something I just want to add to that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Zamasu was also a fighting prodigy.
Yep.
You have to take that into account as well. So his Zenkai would be fucking god tier.
Well,
and plus, he's also in an advanced body of Goku.
Yes, and he has God Ki of his own. Because they're
all of that.
They're gods. So it's God Ki. That's why the reason why it's not Saiyan God Ki that was developed, which would give them their blue or red hair form. It's Zamasu God Ki is purple, like Beerus. That's why when he turned into Super Saiyan, it came out rose. Because that's what purple looks like when you light it up. It turns almost pink. So, but I didn't want to get into that with certain people on Kanzanchi.
That's very good.
People were like, "What? What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh my goodness."
That blows their minds, man.
They can't get it. I'm like,
it's too much for them.
That's why, and his God Ki is true God Ki. It is not a developed mortal God Ki. That's why Super Saiyan Rose was stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, and that's why he was washing Goku and he was washing Vegeta. He was just washing them too. They took 2 L's before they had to come back. Vegeta goes into Room of Spirit and Time and now goes beyond. Remember, Vegeta had said earlier in the fight before they even went to that Universe's 6 versus 7 exhibition tournament match.
We're already nearing our limits.
So Vegeta went beyond his limit. When he came out now and he went to fight Black, Goku was like, so who you taking? The one that looks like you. And he says, confident, aren't we? And he was like, I'm superior to the real you. What makes you think I'll lose to the fake you? I remember that line word for word because
Yeah.
Vegeta said it. Real rap. So now
Yep.
people goes, yeah, but he's Vegeta's stupid because like Goku has Kaioken. And I'm like, and you don't think Vegeta knows that? We know Vegeta saw Kaioken in the Universe 6 tournament match when he was like, God damn Kakarot, he was hiding something the whole time. Why would
Yep.
Vegeta go into the hyperbolic time chamber, become powerful, tell Goku I am superior to you, knowing he has Kaioken, and don't make sure he has a power stronger than that? I told people at best, if Goku uses Kaioken, it either put him on the same power level as Vegeta or makes him stronger. But the problem with that is that it is not good enough to beat Vegeta. Why? Because this has already happened in Dragon Ball Saga. Goku was weaker than Vegeta. Vegeta was stronger than him. Goku went Kaioken. Goku became stronger than him, but his body could not hold it. And I'm sorry, but if Goku uses Kaioken as is right now against Vegeta in a death match, it's going to be the same fight all over again. It is not going to kill Vegeta. It won't. Prime example of that is Hit is nowhere on Goku's level, which this is what I'm talking about, like fanboy shit. Like Hit should have died in the anime. I was so mad that Hit survived Kaioken times 10 Kamehameha Blue. Hit is not that powerful.
There's something that you're with what you're saying. There's something that you're a very important thing that you're forgetting about Hit. Hit is not a Saiyan.
Yes.
So Hit is a completely different race.
And
Piccolo touched on it, and because he said, how did he scream and he didn't get any stronger? And Piccolo said, self-improvement. And then Vegeta was like, Nani? He's like, basically, he can't power up like a Saiyan, but what he can do is he can improve what he already has. And in doing that, he can kind of, in a way, improve upon his own potential. Because he's an entirely different race.
This is true. From a different universe.
So these are things that we can only speculate on, but what we can agree is that how he increases in power is not the same as a Saiyan. Because that's what Beerus said. Beerus says, well, hey, what's going on? No, Champa said it. Champa said, hey, aren't they supposed to get stronger when they scream?
Yeah.
And it was like, no, it looked like he hasn't improved that much at all until Goku tried to run his technique on him. It's like, oh, I improved my time skip to 0.5 seconds.
But see, and then Vegeta pointed out the way the way Hit powers up is in battle. He's actually improving in the actual fight.
Yeah, and that impressed Piccolo a lot.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, you're right. I stand corrected on that. But I still don't think he should have been able to survive. If Hit can survive Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken 10, Vegeta surviving it. Hands down.
Oh, yeah. But see, another thing is that we don't know to what degree. By the time Hit fought Goku again, like, because Goku took a hit out on himself, which was a very clever twist. In that fight, we don't know how much time passed by in that from the Universe 6 tournament to that point.
Yeah, so
also, we don't know how much stronger or how much improvement Hit underwent during that time.
This is true.
So Hit is kind of like he's a wild card, and even in the Universe of Tournament of Power, they haven't really focused on Hit very much. It's like they're kind of protecting him and Jiren, and because they know from a marketing standpoint, from the toy standpoint, from the story standpoint, that Hit is a very popular character. So they don't want to have him job to either Goku or Vegeta. So they're going to try to stretch it. But I know you're aware of this.
No, of course. That's why when they run back the match between Hit and Vegeta, it's going to be in a draw. I don't think no one's knocking no one out of the ring. That's for a fact. They're gonna fight. They're gonna give. This is what I'm talking about. The whole fan service. They're gonna give everyone to see Goku, Vegeta versus Hit, and they're gonna let them go back and forth, and someone will interrupt. That's what's gonna
Yeah,
happen when.
because that's what happened. That's what happened when Goku tried to go at Jiren, and then
So,
Topo hit him with the Justice Flash.
exactly. They're not gonna. What they want to do is just like that. And guess what? It's when Vegeta saw Hit, and he goes, "You," and he powers up and he dashes at him, but Tamo jumps in the way. So like, these guys, this protagonist. Thank you for subscribing. Sprotagonist. Okay, all right.
Original name, right?
Yeah, original name. But this is my issue is moving forward from there. So Goku ups Vegeta with Kaioken in Universe 6 tournament. Vegeta time chambers Goku in the Black Arc tournament, right? And then now here we are with the side stuff leading up to the Universal Tournament of Power tournament. And this is now here's the whole point of this whole bad writing that I have a problem with that no one's objecting. And this is why I said because I know after this tournament of power, there's probably one or two more arcs before Dragon Ball Super should end and be at episode 289, which would I think would give Vegeta some good burn to let him be the last man standing and him winning the tournament. Goku will always get more burn later on in Dragon Ball Super. It's not like he won't. These are the facts. But when Goku got in trouble and set the universes to their death by going and bothering Zeno, and everyone was like, "Oh, I think Goku can fight Beerus." No, he cannot. Goku is nowhere on Beerus's level. He cannot see Beerus at any time. Beerus could have Hakkai'd Goku eons ago, and he can still do it now. If he chose to. Goku's not on his level.
That's a technique of a god of destruction to destroy everything. That's what we said when Beerus actually Hakkai'd one of the. It was a joke episode where they had this character called Arale from Dragon Ball. And he's like, "Oh, I didn't know he can destroy a ghost." He's like, "Yes, there isn't anything that Beerus can't destroy. He's a god of destruction."
And gag characters don't work on people like Beerus. So in any event, that was a Akira Toriyama slapping back at the Saitama fans of One Punch Man who keep saying, "Yo, One Punch, calm down." In the Dragon Ball universe, that's just not working on them. Calm that down. But anyway, so we are now at the preparing for the Tournament of Power. Goku, first person Goku asks to help him in the Tournament of Power. Vegeta. Vegeta says, "No, my daughter's being born. I gotta be by my Aunt Bulma's side." Goku goes, "But we get to fight mad powerful people, right?" and Vegeta's like, "So what, Kakarot? I don't care." And he's like, "Yeah, but like Vegeta, like if you don't, like we're gonna become more powerful than you." And Vegeta snarks at that statement, and he's like, "I'd like to see that." Or I'm just paraphrasing. He's like, "I'd like to see that." Yeah. So this is right after the Goku Black arc, where Goku is acknowledging that at that moment in time, right there and then, that Vegeta's actually stronger than him. He's actually acknowledging that, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Well, you're gonna miss out on this practice." And he's like, and will eventually become stronger than you. I'm just paraphrasing. You can watch the episode again and you get it, but you'll see that's exactly what Goku does.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
And then Goku's like, "All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go and practice with the others, but don't get mad if we surpass you." And that's when Vegeta goes, and he doesn't say anything. Or I think he actually says something. I think he says something a little bit even further than that, and then they go about that business. So we're going to start right there. There's a reason why I plucked out that point, because we have a point of reference as to who's stronger at a certain point in time. So Vegeta is at that power level. Goku is at his power level. And when Goku means Vegeta stronger than him, it's not by much. It's not even by a full grade. It's not like you have Super Saiyan and you have Ascended Super Saiyan, which is a whole grade stronger than Super Saiyan, or even Ultra Super Saiyan. No, you have Ascended Super. No, Ascended is Super, right?
Ascended Saiyan is
Super Vegeta.
Ascended Saiyan.
Yes.
Ascended Saiyan. I think so. I'm not too sure though.
Vegeta says, "I have ascended," and he's like, "You could call me Super Vegeta," right? So, and then you have grade, because you have Saiyan, Ascended Saiyan, which is a Saiyan grade 2, and then you have Ultra Saiyan, which is Super Saiyan grade 3. Then you have Super Saiyan 2. Then you have Super Saiyan 3, which is like, yeah, but you get the point. So
Yeah.
it's not like Vegeta is at Ascended Saiyan Blue and Goku's at Super Saiyan. They're both still at Blue. It's just that one is not even qualified to say who's really stronger. They're relatively that's why I like using this line. They're relatively around the same power level. If Vegeta is 3 point if Vegeta's 3.1 trillion, Goku is 3 trillion 500 million. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
It's very small.
it's very small. It's not by much. That does not guarantee Vegeta a win. It doesn't.
That is until Goku unveils his new transformation,
Yeah,
which is coming.
we know that. We know that. What
Okay.
I'm going back to, and I'm glad you brought that up because this is the thing when I'm talking about the bad writing. So now, Goku is like, okay, so Vegeta's going back into the hyperbolic time chamber. He's trumped my Kaioken, right? I need to get stronger so I can trump that and go beyond my limits, this is called Limit Breaker Goku coming up, right? That's the tag frame going out right now, right? So um so when we look at this here, Vegeta's ahead. Let's look at the training that both characters take leading into this tournament. Goku fought Hit in a death match. Very good training. Very, very good training. In fact, he got a Zenkai boost. It's good to say he got it. It's fair to say he got a Zenkai boost in that. I compare that training that who I'm asking this to everyone right now in YouTube, and I'm asking you this right now, Red. Anyone who sees this, I want you guys to answer this question live right now. For those who watch this when I put this back on my upload this to my website, so you can watch it again. For those who missed this, I want you to answer right now. Who gained more from the training? Goku versus Hit in the rematch, or 97 rounds of sparring with Whis versus Vegeta? Who would gain more?
You asking the stream?
I'm asking the stream, I'm asking you, and for people who are watching, who will watch this later on, I'm asking them so they can write their answers down in the comments. But right now, I need your answer, and I want to see what the answers are from the stream. I'm going to read out some of the stream's answers.
Well, right now, I all I'm seeing on my screen right now is Tekken. But
no, don't worry about the YouTube people. I'll read their answers to you. But I'm asking you as well. Who do you think gained more?
I would definitely say, see, the thing is, I don't know what was really taking place in those training sessions between him and Whis. I really don't know, because you can train with somebody, but you may not be training to your best, because I know for a fact that Akira Toriyama actually laid out the groundwork and said that Goku's power level versus Beerus versus Whis.
Mm-hmm.
And Whis was at a 15, Beerus was at a 10, and I think Goku's was at like a 5 or a 6 or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that Whis was heavily holding back. Otherwise, he'd probably accidentally kill Vegeta. No offense.
But no. And you're right. But
so as a result of that, seeing as how there was no holding back between Hit and Goku, I think that in terms of quality training, I think Goku had the better. But in terms of sheer volume, I think Vegeta had more training.
Now, let me put into context Vegeta's match. Something I asked Geekdom on Twitter, which he never answered, because it actually happened there. So, Beerus walked up to Vegeta and Whis when they were training, right? And in the beginning, I think it was like under the first 10 rounds. And Beerus is like, "Where's Goku?" And he's like, "He's on Earth." And he's like, "Why isn't Goku here training? Goku is supposed to be our star fighter." Vegeta took offense to that, got upset, and was like, all right. And then he's like, "Find Goku and start training him." And then Whis is like, okay, no problem. But Whis already knew what the deal was because Goku had asked him to get hit. So Whis then asked Vados, and then Vados hired Hit to come kill Goku because Goku wanted Hit to come kill him so he can get his training. Fine. Vegeta said, what's going on? Is there some type of special training you're giving Goku? And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Vegeta looks at him and was like, don't dodge the question. You're lying to me. What type of training Goku's getting? Whatever it is, I want the same training too. And then we said something to the degree it's like, I don't know if you can manage that. So then Vegeta asks Whis, step up my training to match whatever special training you're giving Goku, and I will match it. Whis then says that is a very difficult thing to do. Don't believe me? Watch that episode.
I know. I've watched all the episodes for us, believe me.
So he says this. He goes,
yeah,
that is a very difficult trade, but Vegeta says he doesn't care. He wants it. So Whis goes, okay, no problem. And then Whis says you have to do 100 rounds with me. So now, what I'm trying to say is this. Let's say it's hard for me to believe that 100 rounds with Whis, and Whis is supposed to be matching the intensity of whatever training Goku is getting with his Hit, is not equal to or more. It has to at least be equal. It definitely cannot be lesser because Vegeta asked for it. So it's either equal to or more, but it cannot be less. Number two, something Vegeta did that no one has ever mentioned. Whis says that Goku and Vegeta is too slow, and Goku and Vegeta till this day have not touched Whis. Well, actually,
Vegeta caught him. He's like, I have you now, and he kind of.
If you're talking about catching him, I'm talking about hitting Whis, applying a confirmed hit. It's like Tekken, getting a hit, not hit on block, getting a hit, even if it's a jab. Goku and Vegeta both hit Whis. Goku's was more crude when he bit Whis, but that's confirmed a hit, right? And Whis was like, did you bite me? Like, you really bit me. But whatever. But something Vegeta says, right? Vegeta says when they were training, Goku was fighting Hit, and then they went to a commercial break, and then they came back. And after the commercial break, Vegeta says, I got you! But they don't show you anything. They show you Beerus's planet, and Vegeta just says, you just see the text because you hear Vegeta's voice. I got you. And then Vegeta's he's stumbling and he drops on his knees. He's like, we can stop now. And then he's like, no, we don't. He's like, no. He asked Vegeta how much. I think he asked Vegeta how much more. Whatever the case may be. He's like, you have 3 more. So Vegeta was on round 97, and then Vegeta says, can I just offer you some steak with special granny sauce?
Yeah.
And then Whis was like, special granny sauce? Now, Vegeta, this is something I want. This is called lore, but I don't think this was intentional lore. But it was just written this way. But this part was written good, but it's not something that until I see Vegeta ascend to some next level, we won't be able to use this as a foreshadowing, because this is actually foreshadowing something, right? Vegeta never quits training. This is a staple of Vegeta. Vegeta trains till he collapses and he's unconscious. This has been Vegeta since Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Till now. Vegeta begged Whis to stop. After he said, I got you, he begged Whis to stop and bribed Whis with steak and granny sauce. Now, the only time Vegeta will ever stop is if he believes he has gained something or he's unconscious. So he has that mentality was like, it's either the goal or bust, one of the two. But he never quits. That's not Vegeta. So the only reason why Vegeta would stop is if he hit Whis. And if Vegeta was able to land a square hit on Whis, then I believe he got better training than
Okay.
Goku. By how much more? It's irrelevant. I only brought this up because I want to bring something to your attention with my third point and then the final conclusion of that particular thing. When Goku now after we said okay, I'll take the stake, right? Vegeta, Beerus, and Whis go back to planet Earth, where Goku is fighting. What's this guy's name? Hit.
Yeah.
Both Vegeta, Whis, and Beerus are watching Goku's fight with Hit, and none of the three were impressed. They all just had a look like they just had that normal look when Goku powered through Whis' new and improved form, and they knocked each other out. Well, they knocked the wind out of each other doing that. So they were relatively at the same power level, so to speak.
Yeah.
If that's and I think that's BS. I'm not even a Goku fan, and I think that's BS. There's no way Hit should even be in that class.
Well, you got to understand that Goku sandbags a lot.
Yes, and I'm hoping that's exactly what happened. He just sandbagged in that regards, right? Which is fine. Vegeta was not impressed or did not. You know when Vegeta when Goku does something godlike, Vegeta never hesitates to go, God damn that Kakarot. He never hesitates. In that
like when he did Kaioken.
Yes, he was like, God damn it, Kakarot. In that instance, when he saw what he did to thing, it's either A, Vegeta knew he was sandbagging and it was like rolling his eyes type situation, or B, it's like, okay, whatever. Now, based on if we're following the timeline of this thing, I'm gonna be diplomatic about this. I'm gonna say Whis' training with Vegeta and Goku's training with Hit is equal. We're gonna equal. We're not even gonna say we're not even gonna say Vegeta gained better from that. We're just gonna say it was equal gain, right? It was equal gain for both characters. Then that means Vegeta is still stronger than Goku.
Oh, and here's another thing. Goku, interestingly enough, Goku actually got a Zenkai boost in that fight as well.
Yes.
So that's another thing you have to kind of also bring into question, because he killed him.
Yes.
It was due to Goku's, I guess, maybe luck or maybe pre-plan of shooting that energy blast and straight up in the air brought him back.
But there's something big about this that we have to take into consideration. All the Zenkai boosts in the world doesn't mean anything. Vegeta has gone into training and literally trained till he was unconscious and nearly died and gets Zenkai boosts from that. But we said something very telling in the beginning of Dragon Ball Super regarding that. You could do all the training you want, all the Zenkai boosts, whatever. If you do not properly train yourself and manage your ki, your gains will always be minimal. This is why Vegeta had the mentality to say, when Goku and Vegeta went to the hyperbolic time chamber for the first time, that we're almost reaching our limits, and Vegeta was wrong. Because when Vegeta trains with Goku, those guys, it's like when those guys train amongst mortals, their gains are less. When Goku trains with Vegeta, Goku will never get better results training with Vegeta than he does with Whis, which is why when Goku heard Vegeta was with Whis, he blew through the wall like the Kool-Aid man. It was like, what? Because
that episode was funny.
He knew off top, I got to get to Whis. He did everything, and it showed you the most obnoxious side of Goku. Goku knew that if he didn't get training with Whis, Vegeta would blow him away. It leave him in the dust. And now that and the fact that you said, of course, that was the entire point I'm trying to make. All the fight Goku could have had with Hit, he will never get the proper training in terms of quality versus an angel, not the god of destruction. He is training with an angel. To the fact that anyone would sit there and put Hit in terms of quality gain of Goku over Whis is foolishness. That doesn't even make sense. Like that's
so here's another interesting little point here
Mhm.
is that there was an episode. I can't recall the exact episode, but we don't know how long they trained for, and so that's number one.
Who?
But it was inside of Bulma's gravity
Oh
machine.
no, we get to one at a time. One at a time. Don't jump ahead. We're gonna get to that. I told you we're gonna step by step because we don't want to omit anything because that's coming up. That's where Goku bit Whis. He bit him. Like, are you kidding me? We're going but one step by step because we don't want to. What happens here if we don't go step by step is that we start to skip things and we then backtrack to try to prove a point. What we want to do is we want to put everything on the table in chronological order so we have the entire map and then we can assess it properly, rather than going back and forth. So, but you're 100% right because we're going there. So, but for the sake of argument, so we don't trigger the Goku fans, I'm going to just say, which is blaspheming, that Goku versus Hit and Vegeta, 97 rounds with Vegeta versus Whis is of equal value. Although Goku literally annoyed the shit out of Bulma to get Whis to come back to the planet and then annoyed an angel to death for training. Like, remember, Goku was on planet Earth training himself, and he had God Ki in him. So he was way past Vegeta. He had God Ki in him, and he was training on his own. And when he heard Vegeta was getting training by Whis, he was like, oh no. Because Whis will be able to get Vegeta to catch up to me, if not go beyond. That's why when he got there, he was like, Vegeta, and he had the demon serious look on his face. And Vegeta's like, what? And he's like, I don't even.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Yeah,
I don't even.
I almost didn't recognize you.
I almost didn't recognize. 6 months with Whis, and Goku almost didn't even recognize Vegeta. So that's why I say, in my opinion, I'll use my opinion on this. I believe that the fight with Vegeta and Whis, Vegeta got better gains. But for the sake of argument, I'll just say, okay, no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. For the sake of argument, let's say it's even. Moving forward, the next training. Goku versus Goku versus Krillin, that was not training. Goku versus Gohan, that was training. But I'm sorry, everything after Hit was under quality.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is until Goku fought Whis.
Yes. Okay. So but I just wanted to say that. So
yeah,
no gains. We're gonna say Krillin. In fact, Goku even states he's been holding back. The only fight he didn't hold back to was Gohan, because Gohan says, "Father, don't hold back." So he Kaiokened him, right? But like, Goku didn't need to do that. He just wanted to appease his son, right, or whatever. But there was no gains. There was no gains. Gohan was not on his level. Gohan just wanted to see, could he take Super Saiyan Blue? And Goku was like, and even Goku still holding back. When he fought 17, still holding back. Krillin, are you kidding me? Why was that even a discussion, right? Now he goes into the hyperbolic time. So let's look at now he goes to the hyperbolic time chamber with Whis, right? And I will have to agree that the Whis training he had, no, not the hyperbolic, the gravity chamber training he had with Whis, that was only a day. The reason why I know it was a day, I'll give him the full 24 hours just to be fair, is because later that night they had food. So it's like, that was a day. So he trained with Whis in the gravity chamber. He got some gains from that. Anytime you train with Whis, anytime you train with an angel of your universe, you get gains. This is facts. That's the whole point, right? But now, he did not get the same training when he did not get 97 rounds. That's what I'm trying. Like, when you make that comparison, he damn sure didn't get 97 rounds. But
we don't really know that. We don't know what they did, really, except for that small clip.
Yes.
Nothing was really stated.
Now.
So it's arbitrary.
It's arbitrary. Okay, so fine. So let's make a comparison now. Vegeta goes into the hyperbolic time chamber with only 3 hours left before the Tournament of Power. 3 hours left. What is 3 hours in the hyperbolic time chamber?
I know for instance, 1 day there is a year our time.
Okay.
So 3 days could probably be maybe a month.
No, not 3 days. 3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours.
Yes.
Oh.
He was only in there for 3 hours, right?
Maybe a week.
No, I did the calculation. 2.5 months. It's not a full. It's not a full um uh thing. Because okay, so let's say you have 24. Um, okay, so you have 24 hours is in a day. You break that up into four pieces. That's 8 hours a piece, right?
Oh yeah.
So eight. No, this is not 8 hours a piece. That's 6 hours a piece. 6, 12. So 6 hours is 4 months, right?
Yeah.
Half of 4 months. Oh, yeah, 2 months. It's 2 months on the dot. 2 months on the dot, right? 2 months on the dot is so Vegeta was in there 2 months on the dot. Now I want to go back to the black arc for a second. When Vegeta went into the hyperbolic time chamber for the first time in the black arc, when he blew up the time chamber, go check it out yourself. His clothes was ripped or messy, like scratchy. He was
Hmm.
sweating, and steam was coming off of him when he blew
Yeah.
up the time chamber. When he went into the hyperbolic time chamber, he was gone for 2 months. Whatever training Goku got between the team and Whis, I will have to equal that for Vegeta for the 2 months he's gone. Time. Because the training he got from Whis, he was able to then multiply that inside the time chamber. At the very least. And here's how I know why a significant gain was made. If you look at the entry and the exit in the black arc and the entry and the exit in the universal tournament of power arc, when Vegeta exit the time chamber the second time, not a single scratch was on him, no sweat, nothing. He blew himself out in there in base form, and he was okay. Now, Goku clearly got some gains. He trained with Whis. Any training you get with Whis gains. Plus his training with Hit gains. I give you Gohan, and I give you 18. Krillin, stop it. But I'll give you all of that. So, and then Goku is training right now in the Tournament of Power. This is actual training for Goku. So
Yeah.
Goku's going to go back past his limits. This is my problem. If they make Goku break his limit, but Vegeta doesn't, and they're going into this Tournament of Power with, for the sake of the argument, I'm making their gains equal. Which means if their gains are equal, that means Vegeta still is currently stronger than Goku. If Goku is behind Vegeta, but in the Tournament of Power, Goku breaks his limits and go past Vegeta. He jumps 2 steps. He catches up and then jump ahead of him from being behind. And Vegeta gets no gain. Poor writing.
Okay.
Poor writing. Because then the question is, here's this. What we all know Gohan is going to break out. That's a fact. We all know Gohan's going to blow up.
Yeah, that's long overdue.
Yes, that's long overdue. Gohan got training with Piccolo, went back from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 2 to Mystic form, then trained against his father in Super Saiyan Blue. So I see Gohan turning into the legendary Super Saiyan with the green hair. I see that happening. I can see that happening
wow.
with Gohan, right?
Okay.
Him getting to Kale level. That'll be he's a Kale of Universe 7. I can see that happening, right? So you're going to tell me that Krillin got gains? They showed you Krillin's gain. Krillin got a new power and he powered up, right? They even showed you, my man TN said, new Ki Blast Cannon. Even TN has a new power. Hold on, nope. Master Roshi. Lightning Flash Attack! New power, right? 17 and 18, well, they're cheap. They have infinite energy. They never tire. So, and we're gonna see what those gonna do. So, this is Frieza, new power, new endurance. So, what you're telling me is this: out of the 10 characters in Dragon Ball Z for Universe 7 represented you, even Boo, who didn't make it, got stronger. Everyone got stronger and has improved. There has something new to show for, except for Vegeta, who went 97 rounds with Whis and entered the hyperbolic time chamber. Do you see how poorly written that is? That makes no sense.
Well, how about this then? Okay, so with all that being said, is it possible that Vegeta Vegeta's gains is already, I don't know how to say it, but Vegeta's gains has already been realized through that training already. So if Goku didn't do 97 rounds with Whis, but if Goku gets a new transformation, which will happen, then whatever gain that Vegeta got will be surpassed unless Vegeta gets a new form.
But that's the point. I don't think you're okay. Let me paraphrase.
Like if we're talking, listen, if we're talking about power at their current right now, which is Super Saiyan Blue, the same form, then yes, Vegeta should be marginally stronger than Goku. Let me finish. So because of the 97 rounds of training, and this is what you said, 97 rounds of training and the hyperbolic time chamber. So yes, Vegeta should be stronger than Goku right now. Because if we're going by Super Saiyan Blue, which that's their current forms right now, so Vegeta should be stronger in that form over Goku. However, when Goku gets a brand new form, that's an entirely different.
I'm not contending that. I think.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying you contending it.
What I'm saying is this: 10 characters, all of them did training. Everyone has something to show. Frieza dies, does mental training, comes out with true golden form. My man did no physical training. He did mental training. He's a prodigy. Oh, but so is Vegeta. But apparently, Vegeta doesn't get his perks. He comes out in true gold. And I'm going to touch on your favorite character in a second. We're going to go back to Frieza in a second. And it's actually...
you're gonna get work on that one.
No, I'm not, because I'm actually defending Frieza. I'm defending Frieza. I'm going to defend Frieza.
All right. Excellent. My claws are retracted.
Okay, right? So, Frieza gets a new form. A new, improved form. Tien... I don't know if anyone watched a recent episode of Dragon Ball Super. He has a thing called New Ki Blast Cannon, whatever the power is, right? Master Roshi has a new move. Krillin, well, we saw the whole episode where he went to the forest with the weed and he had to get in, and Krillin unlocked the new power. We know Gohan is gonna blow up, right? Another person I don't know who gained anything. We gotta wait and see is Piccolo, which is ridiculous. I don't understand. Like, it doesn't look like Piccolo has any gains. It looked like Piccolo's entire job. Piccolo is an anchor character, not an anchor character, a development character to help develop Gohan. That's all his purpose was. So Piccolo is just Piccolo still. He hasn't gained anything, right? 17 and 18 are androids. They can write whatever they want for the androids because they're androids, right? And whatever the case may be. This guy Korn at HD said those move Tien and Roshi have are not new, my guy. Tien's tri-beam cannon is just tri-beam cannon. It's not called new Ki Blast cannon. It says new Ki Blast cannon, unless they wrote the word wrong. We know he did the same form, but it says new. I'm just going by what they wrote in the recent episode that just passed over the weekend last week. So, and then Master Roshi, I don't remember Master Roshi using lightning surprise attack before. I know he's using a lightning attack before, but lightning surprise attack paralyzes an opponent and he can't move. Correct me if I'm wrong, because
No, you're correct. You're correct.
I've never seen that, and I'm going back to Dragon Ball. Right, I'm just correcting Korn HD right here, who called me my guy. So my guy, I'm just letting you know what happened in the last episode. They got something new, but my issue has nothing to do with Goku. Goku is going to be the man. This is what the show is about. Goku is going to have a new form. This is what the show is about. Goku is going to be the guy that's going to make everything happen. This is what's going to happen because this is the show. That is not the problem. The problem is the writing. If Vegeta is not going to be comparable at least to Goku, what was the point of them doing any of that stuff with Vegeta for? If they wanted Vegeta to just fall behind, they could have simply wrote it where Vegeta was so concerned about the birth of his baby, he did not train, he didn't do anything. He just like, I don't care. My baby's more important. did some last minute training in the gravity chamber and said that's enough. And then he's like, I'm stronger than Kakarot anyway. And then when Kakarot busts out the new form, he can go, Kakarot found a way to step ahead of me again. And that would be justifiable. That's okay. You wrote that properly. It led to that, but they don't let Vegeta do that. They let Vegeta do the complete opposite. Vegeta goes into the time chamber and says, the person who's going to defeat Kakarot and win this tournament and be in the end is going to be me. He says that. He says that to Whis. He says right after they finish eviscerating Universe 9. Goku's like, this is the second time you and I have watched an entire universe be wiped out, Vegeta. And he goes, yeah. And he's like, this is why we got, I'm going to give it my all, and I'm going to come out as the winner of this tournament. I'm going to fight the most powerful people and come out as the winner of the tournament. Goku says that. Vegeta calmly closes his eyes and smirks, and he says, no, Kakarot, I'm going to be the last man standing in this tournament, and I'm going to get the Super Dragon Balls and make a wish. And he says that calmly. Don't believe me? Watch the episode again.
I've watched it all, so
okay. So you
talk to the stream monsters on that one.
So, and I found that kind of. I was sitting there saying, why did Vegeta say that? He didn't say that in the casual, rival. Wrong, Kakarot. It will be me at the end, and blah blah. Nah, he said it he closed his eyes. So it was a weird Vegeta moment because it's like that's not Vegeta, which. We're not going to talk about how they changed Vegeta as a character. My man loves his son. My man told Trunks, I'm going to stay here and we're going to fight off Zamasu, both in the anime and the manga. Take Mai and go back to the past. But Dad, and he's like, aren't you going to protect that girl? When did Vegeta ever become a protectionist? Goku even looked and said, Vegeta, you're a good guy now. Shut up, Kakarot. He literally said this is when they were holding the beam blast against Merge Zamasu and they were fighting. And Goku noticed that Vegeta was trying to protect someone. And that's the third time, because when he smacked Boomer, same thing. So Vegeta now is exactly what Dragon Ball wanted Goku to be. Vegeta is the Superman complex. Has all this power and he uses it to protect people. Doesn't care for himself anymore. Which they tried to make Goku like that. But Akira Toriyama said that is not what Goku is. Goku is a selfish, prideful. It's funny what Akira Toriyama said about Goku. Goku is actually Vegeta. Just not evil. But Goku only cares about himself. Goku only cares about the fight. Goku only cares about power. And being the best. That's when you say that, you're like, that sounds like Vegeta. But Akira Toriyama said he wrote Goku that way. But Goku became the star character and became good because he's been around humans. And because he's around humans, yes, he still has that Saiyan pride in him, but he's more human. What happened to Goku is happening to Vegeta. And in Dragon Ball Super, that is more prevalent now than ever in any time in Dragon Ball history. Because when you look at the future, the end result is GT. For all you stupid idiots out there like GT's not canon, GT's the future, you idiot. Goku and Vegeta is going to lose their god powers at the end of Super. Because it has to tie in to the end of Dragon Ball Z, where they don't have the god powers. So Goku and Vegeta has to do something where they lose their god powers, which is probably fight the Grand Priests. Goku and Vegeta form into Gogeta White because remember, in the anime and in the manga, Vegeta Blue in the anime was comparable to Beerus. In the manga, Kaioshin said, "What the hell? Vegeta Blue has surpassed Beerus." Now. We still have
to. And Beerus is one of the more stronger gods of destructions.
Yes. So, Whis says he can't even touch Grand Priest. So, there is no way to plausibly write that Goku alone can get to the power level of fighting the Grand Priest. That is an impossible write. You cannot write that. To write that is to say that Goku is stronger than every being. Goku's underneath the Omni King, and that's it. And Goku's stronger than everyone else.
And you know something? I guarantee that's exactly how it's going to go.
That's not going to happen. And I'll tell you why.
Then you're going to love it, and you're going to watch it.
I'm going to tell Bush Cabbage. I'll prove GT's canon at the end of this. I'm gonna tell you why that's not gonna happen. I'll explain to you why. We already know the beginning. We already know the end. That's why I do my Zelda order of time thing. Once you have the beginning and once you have the end, what you write in the middle is whatever you write. Now, Goku will be involved in being stronger than the Grand Priest, but it will not be Goku alone. You cannot write that. There's no way to write that plausibly. There's only one way to write that Goku somehow was involved in being stronger than the Grand Priest. Because if Whis is a 15, that means Grand Priest is a 20. So
or higher.
Or higher. How can Goku go beyond Whis? When they formed Vegito, it was stated in the anime that Vegito may be at the power level of Beerus, which would make sense because Whis said it himself. If Goku and Vegeta ever teamed up, they would be able to take on Beerus. We said that.
Something right? Like that, yeah.
And that was based on them. That was based on them in their first grade version of Super Saiyan Blue. In the Black arc, they were leagues beyond the original Super Saiyan Blue. This is literally after Kaioken Goku. Like, are you kidding me? This is after Vegeta washing Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. So they're stronger for sure. In the manga, they don't suggest Vegito Blue could be stronger than Beerus. Kaioshin said Vegito Blue has surpassed Beerus Sama, or Lord Beerus Sama. He says surpassed, meaning if Beerus Sama is a 10 and he surpassed that, Vegito Blue is somewhere in the 12s or 13. That means Vegito Blue is almost at Whis level. So, how do you get Goku to get back to that power? There's only one way to write it via lore that would make sense. Gogeta White. And to get a Gogeta White, you need to get Vegeta involved. That is the only logical sense that
they have to be about equal in power because they have to do the dance.
Because it's not the Potara earrings. Thank you. So Vegeta has to, if Goku breaks his limit, Vegeta has to break his limits. Number 2, right? Another point. If this is because Dragon Ball Super's arc, this is me and you's going to go into a whole new level now. Sorry for those who get religious. Dragon Ball Z Super's arc is strictly bitten right out of the Bible. This is a coup d'etat of the angels versus God. And some angels will stand with God and some angels will go against God. This is why I think merge Zamasu is the other Xeno. Because if Xeno is truly who he is, then it doesn't matter who steps up to him. He just go, all of y'all gone, including the angels. Get out of here. Revolt against me? What, he's stupid? Right? Now, I can see, this is my theory, I can see a handful of the angels teaming up with Grand Priest, and it was Grand Priest because it showed, remember, Grand Priest is the one who helped Zamasu get the Super Dragon Balls. When regular Zamasu found out where the Super Dragon Balls is, remember how to get to the Super Dragon Balls? You must go to the Grand Priest. A lot of people forgot that. So that means Grand Priest met Zamasu. So this is where I'm like, wait a minute. Did Zamasu say, because I do read Zamasu's things, all of these false gods and false humans and mortals with the powers to transcend God, we don't need all of them. We only need one true God. Remember, Zamasu doesn't even like Xeno. He thinks Xeno's an idiot. Frieza thinks Xeno's an idiot. It's like, this is stupid, but Xeno has massive amounts of power. So, could it be, and this is a question, this is not TriForce saying, could it be, right? We said the Grand Priest is the 5th strongest warrior in the multiverse. So who is stronger? He said he was a 5th?
Who said that?
Cold Coldest something who on YouTube said we said that the Grand Priest was the fifth strongest warrior in the multiverse.
I don't know where he got that
I
information
don't know
from.
where he got that from.
But what one thing that I would definitely say is that again from my amazing channel Geekdom 101,
Hmm.
I like that either he came up with a theory or if it was somebody that was on his show
Hmm.
on his video said that this whole tournament of power it's a plan by the Grand Priest
Hmm.
to get Zeno to use his power because it takes a lot of power to wipe out a universe. So I thought that would be interesting. Sort of like Grand Priest can't make a move on Zeno because Zeno's too strong.
Yep.
But having this tournament with all these universes and only one will remain, that means that that's multiple universes Zeno has to destroy. That's going to weaken him. And in that moment, I believe that the angels will try to attempt a coup.
Yes.
And that's what I'm waiting to see.
Now, if Goku, no, if they're gonna attempt to do a coup, okay, Bush Cabbage, I'll look that up. If Goku is attempting a coup, now here's the issue that we have. If Goku's no, not Goku, if the Grand Priest is attempting a coup, he's gonna need people on his squad. So some
Exactly.
angels will follow and some angels will not. Some angels will go back. But here is the issue: if there's a war between the angels, Zeno is going to pick a side. If Zeno picks a side, who negates Zeno? Because you can't beat him. Who
But
negates?
mind you, with what you said already, and
Yeah.
as we already know, is that there's two Zenos now.
And this is why I believe that is actually Goku Black. I believe that this plan was contrived by Goku Black and what's this guy's name? And Grand Priest. And Goku Black says, if you let me get the Dragon Balls, I'll kill all the gods and I'll have Goku's body and I can rise to the godhood and I can beat Zeno. And Grand Priest is like, what? And he's like, you have to trust me. I can beat Zeno. And he's like, okay, we'll see how this happens. And whatever. I could be wrong because it's a theory. It's just a theory.
This is a very, very good theory. I'm actually starting to feel that your theory is starting to gain traction with me just a little bit.
Now, if they
Don't
can,
let it go to your head though.
yeah, if they can negate Zeno with another Zeno, i.e., Zamasu, then the angels can have their war. Because if Grand Priest side wins, I'm sorry, Zeno versus himself and a bunch of angels, that Zeno's gonna lose.
Bodied.
He's gonna die because the other Zeno negates his power. So the other angels can. It's like both Zenos at 100% power, but because the other Zeno, the bad Zeno, has these other angels, they're like at 125% to his 100. He's dead. He can't beat him if we're just using the math, right? So
Yeah.
now, if this happens, right, and it's the coup has all these other angels and they're just too powerful. Um, Universe 7 is in trouble. I can see where this is where they go, okay, the universe is in trouble. The trump card at the very end is going to be Gogeta White. Goku and Vegeta fuse. They get a certain amount of power for a short amount of time. They clearly have to be equal. We know how the fusion dance rules work. They have to be of equal or of certain power. Now people are going to say, oh, but Goku can lower his power to fuse into Vegeta. Okay, if he lowers his power to fuse into Gogeta just to get Goku and Vegeta involved, then they're not the strongest Vegeta that they need for this holy angel war. They need the max power. So neither one of them can lower their power, whether it's Vegeta or whether it's Goku. They both have to. It's either Goku has to be at max power and Vegeta transforms into something that catches up to Goku, or Vegeta's at max power and Goku does something to catch up to Vegeta, or they're just both at equal levels and they can do it. One of the two. But it cannot be the opposite where Goku's is at Super Saiyan White, Vegeta's still at Super Saiyan Blue. Let me lower my power down to Blue and we're going to fuse and become Gogeta Blue. We already saw Vegeta Blue. We want to see Gogeta White. That's what we want to see. So, whatever the case may be. So this is where like I believe that this is going to be that little war between them. Now, here's another plot let's get into the Frieza situation. Frieza comes back out. Long story short, Frieza is no longer weak. Frieza has powered up. When Goku and Frieza punched each other and knocked each other out, we said they're even. I disagree.
I believe he said they appear to be even, but I'd have to look at it again. But either way, he got punched out of his Super Saiyan Blue form, and Frieza was still in Golden form.
Thank you. I knew you would pick that up. I knew you saw that. I was like, I bet you Red noticed that. I bet you any money Red noticed that, because everyone else was like, yo, they're equal power. Yo, Frieza's not. I'm like, what are you talking about? He knocked him out of Blue. My man was still golden. Remember Vegeta knocked Golden Frieza into Frieza 100% white? Okay, so why didn't he turn back to white? No, well, it's different. Goku fans, cognitive dissonance. The facts is in front of their face, but they're going to try to now justify it or rationalize it. Like, no.
Another thing you can also use, and this is something a little bit different, is when Jiren knocked out Kale's, Broly form.
Without trying.
Yeah.
Goku said, I'm going to put more power in it. Jiren didn't put any power in it, and he knocked Kale out. Now, okay, yes, like the fan service.
No. He said, I'm going to put more power into it with the Kamehameha wave that the Broly chick walked through.
No,
that's what happened.
Wait. I don't.
Yeah.
No. Hold on for a second. Wait. Because we just
because when he did the Kamehameha wave, and she was walking through it, he then said, "I'm gonna put more power into it," and she just reached and grabbed him and started fucking him up.
All right, that's episode 100, right?
It's episode 100 or 101. But that's what happened.
Mute. Okay, wait. We can.
Then after that, that's when she got on her fucking mountain and shit and started shooting energy beams everywhere. And that's when Jiren was like, "I'll take care of this," and then blew her away.
No. Okay. Hold on. Okay, here we're right there, right? All right, but right before Goku turns blue, I want to go right before Goku turns blue. He's grabbing him, threw him there, bang, and rushed Goku. Goku came back, he grabbed him by the face, rushing him through the form. Goku then powers up into Super Saiyan 2, shoots a blast on Kale.
You can fast forward the fight to the end.
No, the meter thing is too small, so I don't want to jump too
far ahead.
Son Goku, hurry up, right? So he just threw Goku Super Saiyan 2 into the wall, right? Goku, come on, Goku, hurry up, get out. It's taking so long. Goku powers up into blue. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Now Goku in blue form says, I'm gonna let out more power. He didn't even throw the Kamehameha yet. Although it's implied when he started going, he was even letting out more power. The point me and you are trying to make is that Goku went to Super Saiyan Blue, let out power. Kamehameha let out more power, and Kale walked through it and grabbed him by the face and was like, I was missing. All we were missing is, what the hell is this? That's all we needed from her. That's all we needed from her to say, what the hell is this?
What the hell was that?
Yeah, but Jiren just said, done. That's why now I'm trying. It's kind of, this is what I'm talking about, bad writing, because like this is where they could have made this where Goku would be in the vicinity to fight Jiren, because based on this absolute monumental, poorly written screw up, because this is a screw up. All they needed needed to do was turn Super Saiyan 3. There was absolutely no reason for them to do the Super Saiyan 3 on Blue. None. He could have done Super Saiyan 3 and did the Kamehameha, and it would have done the same job. So that when Jiren...
No, it wouldn't. Because Super Saiyan 3 drains way too much stamina. That's why he doesn't really use it like that.
Okay.
It would kill his stamina.
But what I'm...
Because Goku hasn't mastered the form yet.
Okay, then Goku could have simply just turned Super Saiyan 2, which he did, which is funny because he actually did. He could have just Kamehameha'd in Super Saiyan 2. Him turning blue creates a narrative and a suggestion. Jiren's lack of effort to get rid of Kale like nothing without powering up versus Goku Super Saiyan Blue while holding back, although he states, and I quote, I'm reading this, I'm going to let out more power, right? It- that can be taken anyway. It doesn't mean a lot of
Yeah.
power. He let out, but the point is he went to blue. That's the point we're trying to make. And that Kamehameha had no effect. That was the problem. They should have never done that. He should have done that in Super Saiyan 2. At the worst. Him doing this was stupid. Well, no, them writing that was stupid because now they're like, then if Jiren can just do that to Kale like it's just nothing, then what chance does Goku stand against Jiren? So now what they're trying to say is that Super Saiyan Blue is got nothing on Jiren. Goku must ascend to the next level.
Well, another thing also you can look at is the actual intro to the show.
Yes.
You clearly see them fighting each other,
hmm
and then eventually you see that what people are saying that is his new form is that
Reddish.
Goku is just going to be but in the show it looks like he's in his hair is black.
What it is
I mean that may not be the finished thing, but it's definitely he has to do something to be able to match Jiren because clearly right now Super Saiyan Blue is not going to be able to do that.
Yes, because what's going to happen is he's going to master Kaioken into blue. And Kaioken into blue is going to absorb all the energy to his body, and it's blue and Kaioken constantly active in his body. Just like in the manga, Goku mastered Super Saiyan Blue, and he keeps all the power in his body. There's no aura. There's just no aura. He's just blue. He keeps all the power in the body. And the reason why I say this is where this is heading is because eventually, like, there's a telling sign about Super Saiyan God powers. Why? Let me get back to the chat so I can see what these guys are saying. There's a telling story about the God powers, about these guys going to lose their God powers. The reason why I think they're going to lose their God powers is because in the Goku Black arc, them turning into Vegeta Blue, they actually almost lost their God powers. Remember after they defused, after doing final Kamehameha, and then they tried to do Dragon Fist? And when they defused and then they gave their power to Trunks, when Goku tried to turn into Super Saiyan Blue, he turned on and it turned off. And then Vegeta was like, Kakarot, stop playing around. And then Vegeta tried to do it and it turned on and it turned off. There is a limit where the God powers actually can fade to nothing.
Because they're not true gods.
Thank you, Red. This is what
they're mortals that's tapping into the power of a god.
But and just like the
so it's finite.
Yes, there's a finite limit, meaning they can at some point. Well, the Patara earrings shows you it's finite because the Patara earrings can't even hold them together. It can't even hold them together. So we're gonna see. This is what I believe is gonna happen. Goku and Vegeta are both gonna transcend to some next level shit, and it's gonna require. It's gonna require. This is what I think is gonna happen. This would be the safest thing to happen if Akira Toriyama wants to play it safe. All he has to do is just make Goku and Vegeta win the tournament arc by fusing together. That's it. In the absolute end, down to the last final character, Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue form is just outdated. Like there's dudes in there just like Jiren, the new version of Hit, two new secret guys that they're not even mentioning. All those guys like Super Saiyan Blue strong, but like we stronger than that.
Fucking Frieza is stronger than that.
Exactly. So
I'm just looking forward to what they're gonna do with Frieza. I like the theory that this woman had, with Frieza becoming a new god of destruction. It's definitely you should check that video out. It's a very good video. It wasn't Geekdom. It's on Geekdom's channel, but it was two women that were.
They broke down the whole thing with I saw that part, and where they think Frieza is going to become the god of destruction. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So now so my thing here is Frieza is beyond Goku. Jiren is beyond Goku. I think Hit is either tied with Goku or somewhere in the vicinity, and then there's two other guys that like someone said he was like, yo, their auras are faint. It's some universe that doesn't. They're just not there. But I think what's gonna happen is like Vegeta's gonna get incapacitated, but he won't get kicked off. or Goku gets incapacitated and he won't get kicked off. Vegeta's gonna hold on the fight or whatever the case may be, whatever. Goku's gonna hold on the fight, one of the two. But they're not gonna get kicked off, and it's gonna get to a point where it's like we said in the very first fight. If Goku and Vegeta fought these guys, nine people will be nothing to them.
Yeah.
And I think this is gonna come down to the point where Vegeta is going to say, "Listen, forget about my pride. This is not about me being stronger than Kakarot. Who cares? This is about saving my universe." Because in the Goku
and saving my family and all that other stuff.
There you go. And if that is what the ending of this particular arc is going to be, Vegeta finally not swallowing his pride, trading his pride for the love of his family, to team up with Goku to save the Omniverse. That would be a god tier ending. But if they're going to write this as the typical, everyone is dead, it's down to one person, arm, leg, ankle broken, teeth busted in, power level coming to destroy the universe, and Goku's like, I must do this. That will be a whack ass ending.
It definitely won't be TriForce's favorite.
It's not that it won't be my favorite. I am tired of seeing that ending.
Because you've seen it before.
We've seen it already. Shit, Mastar's even doing it with Anime War. Like, come on. It is. I understand the nostalgia when Mastar did the Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta Kaioken times 100 against Goku Black White. He had the white hair and Kaioken Sandayama and the turning, and we get it. But this shit is corny. Come on. Please stop they're overdoing the fan service, which is the entire point of this entire video. The fan service is being overdone. Like, for the love of God, please.
This has been very entertaining.
You thought I was gonna argue against Frieza. I know Frieza's stronger than Goku. We know what he fights me. I read into that. I was like, but he's gold and he's black. So what? How they even? Get out of here, man. So yeah, but and then also, to be honest with you, what's this guy's name? Frieza proved that before the punch when Sidra's God of Destruction spear. Frieza laughed at it.
Oh yeah.
And then Goku was having a hard time. Frieza was like, try to get out. My man was having a hard time, and then it just showed you where Beerus was. My man was like, Goku, stop playing around. Like, oh, come on. Beerus styling on Goku right there. Like, are you kidding me? My man blew that shit away. Literally. All right. But let me let you go, Red. Thank you for coming on. It was great. I'm going to upload this. When I upload this, you'll be the first to know. It'll come out tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. I'll link it to you so you can take a look at it and enjoy the video and the whole 9 yards. But thank you for coming on, Red. I appreciate your time here. And thank you guys for the stream chat, for joining us. I'll see you guys later. But thanks, Red.
All right. Take care, everybody.
All right, then. Later.